Happy Hispanic Heritage Month, everybody. This is the Slider Review, and I'm here today to talk to you about Wizards of Waverly Place, Season 1, Episode 20, Quinceañera. Okay, look, I ain't Spanish, and I took Spanish 1, I passed that by the grace of God, but I dropped out of Spanish 2 because it was too hard. So when I say the word quinceañera, look, I can't pronounce it, all right? My tongue don't roll that way. I'm sorry. Trying my best over here. Quinceañera. I think I got it now. Anyways, so if you've ever follow my channel and stuff, during certain holidays I do special themes. I never did a Hispanic Heritage Month. Why? Because I never knew it existed. See, we didn't have that when I was growing up. And I just found out about that this month. And apparently it is this month and into next month. So I'm doing it. And it finally gives me a chance to talk about some shows I've been wanting to talk about for a while, but I just haven't had a chance to cover yet. And one of those is Wizards of Waverly Place, a show I love to death. It came out on Disney Channel back when I was in college or when I was out of college. I can't remember which one. But it's a show I fell in love with because I loved Harry Potter, and it was right up my alley with that. The cast is awesome. I still can't believe who the mom is. I remember watching Justice League, the animated series, and hearing her voice. And I never knew really what she looked like until I had the DVD. And then so with the DVD, they had an interview and they had her. I'm like, whoa, she is hot. And then so when I was watching Wizards, it never occurred to me they're the same person. The actress who plays Hawk Girl. And so I'm like, dude, this is awesome. Not only did I get to hear her voice and see her whack people with her mace in Justice League, but I get to see her in live action on Disney Channel. That's awesome. And she still looks great today and everything. And so with Wizards of Waverly Place, this show was Disney's first, I believe, interracial show that was primarily interracial. That of a Mexican and Italian family. And that is because the lead actress, Selena Gomez, as we all know, is half Mexican and half Italian. So this broke barriers in many ways. So it's considered the very first interracial show. And it's also, I'll tell you the truth. No, this is the second. The first interracial show was Even Stevens. That's right, with a Jewish and a white family. So my bad. So this is the second interracial show. But it's the first considered Latino, Hispanic show. The second being that of Stuck in the Middle, even though they say it's a Mexican family, but not everybody on the show was cast Mexican. And, they pretty much brought in every type of Latino, Hispanic type person you can think of. But then they also brought in a white girl pretending to be Mexican and an Italian pretending to be Mexican. Oh, Hollywood. It's not that hard to find people of a certain race. And then we get to the third, probably not, I can't get my words out tonight. I'm tired. My bad. It's late tonight. That's when I do my recordings and stuff. The all Latino cast of Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion, the superhero Hispanic show. However, I heard something around the grapevine online that Disney might have secretly canceled Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion, but they haven't let nobody know yet. In fact, all the episodes aren't even out yet, and they're taking a long time to come out on Disney Plus, which is really sad because I really, really, really enjoy that show. I think it's great. And unlike these other two shows that I just named, you actually learn stuff about the Latino heritage and Hispanic heritage and stuff with the Ultraviolet show. Because with Wizards and Stuck in the Middle, really the only thing you learn about Hispanic culture is, of course, the becoming a woman of a girl's 15-year birthday and stuff. I'm about to say it again. Quinceañera. Lord Jesus, I should never drop that out of Spanish, a second Spanish class. And so, like, that's really the only thing those shows really teach. You know what I'm saying? And you really don't learn much about the food, like the music, the language, the culture with the other two shows. However, with Stuck in the Middle, you do learn one thing about the food, and you learn a few phrases, but that's about it. But the phrases you learn, the same ones you learn on Wizards, which is, when a parent, calls her daughter and stuff. I'm gonna try to attempt that word, mija, or something like that. Look, man, I ain't Spanish. All right, I'm black. My tongue don't roll that way. Okay. And so, but with the Ultraviolet show, you actually learn a lot more and stuff that I never knew. And it's just a shame that this primarily Hispanic show is about to get the axe, rumored to get the axe and everything, and it's just really sad. Plus, it's a superhero show. I mean, like, Mexican superheroes, do you know? You know what I'm saying? And especially this is Disney Channel. They really don't go out their way to be diverse that much when it comes to Disney, because their shows are primarily white, and every once in a while they throw in a black show, but they always make sure they have their black people not tan and stuff, which is something I learned on That's So Raven and stuff. And so, Disney needs to be more diverse, and sadly it is not. And when they do have diversity, for whatever reason, Wizards was really the only Hispanic show to last like a really long time. I think it lasted for at least 5 seasons. Stuck in the Middle only lasted for 3. But there was some controversy behind the scenes with that one white actress and everything. I've talked about that before. I probably might talk about it again when I get more into that show, but this is just talking about Wizards. And so if the Ultraviolet show gets canceled, it's only been on for 1 season. Wow, I've been talking for like 8 minutes. Let me get into the show. Oh wait, Wizards of Waverly Place. So, great show. Alex is everybody's favorite little troublemaker on Disney Channel and everything. She's this like free spirit, high strong troublemaker of a wizard and everything. She's half wizard, half human. And this show dealt with like magic and everything like that. Alex is a very much free spirit, and Alex also has a certain way she likes to dress. It's very stylish. I've talked about that before in my Zoog Disney versus Disney Channel video, where like when it came to Disney Channel era, they tried really hard to make young kids dress the way that their Disney characters do and everything. But when it comes to that of Alex, she's a slacker. She doesn't like doing anything but just like sleeping and stuff. Well, in magic class where her father teaches, he used to be a wizard, and he's the Italian part of her family. And so he's teaching them like how to like transfer your consciousness into a different body, basically a body swap, Freaky Friday, if you will. And so she tries it on him, and she takes his wallet and she heads to the mall. He chases her until she gets to like the cash register and makes her stop. Now I will say Selena did an amazing job pretending to be Jerry in this episode. I gotta say, man, Selena Gomez is one of my favorite former Disney Channel stars. Like, she had so much energy in this role and everything, so much personality, so much like charisma and flair, which I've been wondering what the heck happened to it. Like I saw her on SNL and I saw her on Only Murders in the Building, and her acting has changed a lot. It's like somebody has sucked out all the like personality and stuff. And at first, I thought it was just like, only murders because she's an adult in that and she's like an artist and she's like very straightforward. But then she did the same exact type of acting that she did on like SNL, which was kind of odd. Maybe she's just trying for a more mature type way. Like, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm happy for her. Like, she's one of my favorites and everything. And my God, she has barely aged. She has that fountain of youth like appearance and everything. But anyway, so with this, the Russo family has been told that Teresa's mother is coming to visit. And Teresa, who is the human, she does not have no powers whatsoever, but her mother does not know nothing about magic. So they have to be on their best behavior and everything. Anyways, Teresa spills the beans as to why Grandma is coming into town. It's Alex's 15th birthday, and it's time for her I'm not even gonna say it. It's time for her womanhood and everything. Alex does not know anything about this because Alex cannot even speak Spanish. And so, like, Alex is not thrilled when she sees Teresa explaining everything. She doesn't like the idea of her coming into womanhood. She hates the idea of wearing a fancy, gorgeous pink dress. And she is not happy about changing her shoes. Now, in this episode, they emphasize how the young girl, when she becomes like a woman and everything, she goes from like a flat shoe to a high heel shoe. And this is the only time I've ever seen this happen in an episode like this. In the Stuck in the Middle episodes, they don't talk about that. I'm not sure. Because see, when it comes to a quinceañera, Lord Jesus, I can't say that. When it comes to that, it has like Colombian and Mexican roots. It's something that is pretty much like experienced in all like Hispanic and Latino Spanish speaking cultures and stuff. And they're very much different. See, the reason why they say a woman becomes, or a girl like goes into like womanhood, because back in the olden days, depending on which culture you're in, this is when the young girl learns to, do things that a woman and a mother does, like cooking, cleaning, sewing, stuff like that, back in the really, 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 really old days. And it was also, for some, a time in when they can get married and stuff, when they can start drinking alcohol. Think of it like a bar mitzvah and everything. And so Jerry's not happy with the idea of his little girl growing up. He's very protective. Alex does not like this, like I told you before, and she doesn't like the idea of she has to dance with her family. When her brothers hear this, they're not too thrilled. And so Teresa has set them up to have take like salsa lessons. Basically, they go there, they're not learning nothing. And then their grandma comes in and she's all like, I can teach you and everything. It can't be that hard. Well, she never teaches them and everything. And so when I forget who it is. She's talking to her grandma and everything. Now, the grandma is played by an actress who was on the George Lopez show. And so, like, she tells Alex about why this is so important to that of Teresa. And the reason why is because growing up, they couldn't afford to give her a party. Because when they have these parties, oh boy, they go all out. Okay, like and stuff. Like if this is how it looks on television, fictional, I can't imagine how it looks in real life. You know what I'm saying? It's like a party. And so like Alex is sad by this. So what she decides to do is use the body swapping spell on her mother. Her mother doesn't know this at first and is very pissed and wants to ground her daughter and everything. And because Teresa does not like magic whatsoever. But Teresa is getting into the habit of it all. And she's getting thrilled that she's finally going to get to have her celebration because she never had it when she was younger. And so when they are at like the party and stuff like that, she's having a blast. And I mean a blast. Because this is something she always wanted to do. And, because of their financial situation, they could never do it. And it's kind of like a woman's wedding day. They want it to be so perfect because it means a lot to them, more than that of the groom. You know what I'm saying? And so, being a guy, and a Black American, we didn't have like celebrations like that, like other cultures do, like Jewish and like Mexican and stuff. So this is like a really big thing and everything, something that's really special to them. And so Alex is starting to see that through like her mom's eyes, because she's in her mom's body and stuff, and how much this means to her. And so when like she swaps back, because like what happened is because the boys they decided to swap with the salsa instructor teachers and stuff, and so like they're dancing and everything with like their mom and Alex's body and everything, and they had to switch back. You had to switch back for a certain time, so they tell Alex to hurry up. And so when Alex finally switches back, she gets to dance with her father. And so she's just looking into his eyes with loving gaze and everything. And like, he tells her something that she really never hears from him because she's such a bad girl. He tells her, "I'm so proud of you." And it's almost to the point where she's in tears because she's never heard that from him. Because she's a troublemaker, man, I'm telling you. And so she's never heard like a good praise from him. Justin hears it all the time. And so she tells him like, "You're proud of me even when I do bad stuff behind your back." And shockingly, he says yes, because even when she does that bad stuff behind his back, she's using magic. And that's something he wants her to do, but in a responsible kind of way. So he wants to teach his kids how to use magic because, only one wizard in the family gets to like keep it and stuff. And so, like, it's really cool to see her like that emotional because you really don't get to see her that emotional until something really emotional happens. So she's dancing with him. She dances with her brothers. She gives Harper a big hug because Harper's in this episode, and that's her best friend. And you can tell, like, they really practice those dance moves and stuff, and they were just having like a good time on set and everything. It was just like awesome to see. And so, yes, I'm finally happy I'll get to talk about like wizards. 'Cause I never get to talk about that. I am, of course, going to talk about it more in the future and stuck in the middle. I just haven't got around to it because I've been like talking about like other stuff. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.